I'm not on Facebook.
It should be. It's live. All right, go.
I was pissed at Facebook, so I was like, I'm not gonna be on Facebook. I don't care to be on Facebook. But maybe I should be.
Yeah, Facebook is.
I was pissed at when I started. Even though Instagram is owned by Facebook.
The first time I seen one laugh today.
Yeah. Because you know why? Because what was in my head?
A little talking there, didn't we? We're live, right?
Yeah.
You see me?
Yeah, we're live.
I'm in it.
Get the mask off the table. Live from beautiful downtown Hialeah. At Hialeah's premier comic book shop, the Goblins Heist. Tonight is a comic book review night. Usually done on we're going to do new books too on Thursday, so yeah, we're going to review and check out new books with special guest Fabian Perez Crespo from Papa Loves Comics. Oh no, Papa Likes Comics. Not just that, but and artist extraordinaire Mr. June Billion. And now the host with the most, the man front with the mouth, the one and only, the lovely and talented Mr. Juan Navarro. Everybody give it up for Mr. Juan Navarro. Get the people going. Gotta love it now.
That's one hell of a title,
I
Juan.
know, man.
You gotta love it. Ready? There you go.
All right.
I love that. I love the direction.
Yeah. Trying to end this shit. Hey guys, it's another Thursday night. Hopefully you're tuning in. It's 9 p.m. So we're doing another, this time a new comic claim sale on a Thursday since we got the books practically yesterday. So technically, you know, because Diamond was late. So Diamond's had a lot of problems lately.
Oh yeah, apparently more problems are coming from what you told
We're
me.
going to probably talk about that later on, but we're going to get to selling some comics, and then we'll talk about comics. Anyway, going forward, we got Post Americana number 4.
Keeps getting better.
Says the guy with his mouth full. That's great. Yeah.
Loves those
I
cookies.
don't want to get in the aliens. And then, oh, all right. So Action Comics 1029 and Action Comics 1029 cover A. $4, $5, $4.
Action Comics 1029 is a key issue.
Mm-hmm.
It is a first appearance of, I'll tell you right now, as soon as I get to that page, possible first appearance of a villain organization named The Wall.
The Wall.
Yep.
Like Amanda Waller?
Well, no, it's The Wall, not Amanda Waller.
You know why in
Didn't they
DC
call
they
her-
have that whole thing with the wall that like it's a
Political.
source and it's all.
But that was her-
political.
I think it's
And it's to
political.
keep the Mexicans out.
Yeah, of
That was her
course.
nickname. Wasn't her nickname The Wall?
The
Amanda Waller.
The Waller. Yeah,
Hey, could
that
be.
could be there too. Yeah.
Could be.
You know what's funny is they were talking about how they skinified her because when she first came out, she was a big fat black woman. Then they made her skinnier and hotter and skinnier, and now they're going back.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Can't
like,
be fat shaming.
yeah, it can't be fat shaming. You can't be changing the character like that.
Initially, I think Pam Grier was supposed to play her in the movie, but they recasted.
I think I respected her more when she was a little bit more.
Wider, yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah,
Heavy.
heavy, yeah.
Yeah.
She could
You know,
mess you up.
yeah, exactly. Like that kind of worked in the whole system. Anyway, big news today is Marvel isn't leaving Diamond, but they're doing their own distribution. And John called me today that the sky is falling to pack everything up. But
Well,
everything in boxes.
now that you're
Start
saying
selling.
it that way, I thought Marvel was leaving Diamond completely.
Supposedly, now Steve Gappy, the owner, of course, came out and did damage control and said we are still going to be engaged in a relationship. Very meandering bullshit fucking thing. That he was like, we're still engaged in a relationship with Marvel Comics. We'll be still selling products. That we'll still be doing other things.
Yeah.
But what that entails is we don't know. We don't know. If that means-
Who gets impacted the most would be your retailer, the comic book owners.
Oh yeah. Well, look.
Store
The thing
owners.
is this: the days of one distributor need to be over.
Yeah.
I mean,
For sure,
everything
totally
else that
agree.
we deal with here, like the Funkos, the action figures, the toys, the games, there's a lot of different distributors. Sometimes we ourselves will decide to say, okay, we're just going to do GTS. We don't use Alliance. We have an account on Alliance, but we don't use Alliance. We use GTS. We have options that it goes from. Now, Alliance can come in. We have local guys like Abyssal. And they're like, hey man, well, you can get it from there, but we can give you this much percent on it. And then,
Okay.
oh, okay, cool. I can turn around then and go to GTS and be, hey, this guy says I can get this for this much percent. Can you match it? You know, there's a way of going about it.
So
You don't have that with diamonds.
So
There's
go
nobody
back
to go to.
Go back the way it used to be.
Yeah. And now Lunar, when the DC had 2 distributors initially that they opened, now they're just Lunar, the western branch of their distributorship closed, and they're just going with Lunar. Lunar packs their books great. There's no problems with them. Nothing comes dented. You know, their website's easy to use. Like for our application, it was like I was like, oh my god, this is so easy. I wanted to cry. Like
Yeah, Diamond seems to make things more difficult. For
on
the
purpose.
retailer.
On purpose.
Plus,
And-
their packaging is garbage.
But they have gotten burnt a lot in the past.
Mhm.
Diamond. So maybe they're just tired of getting burnt from retailers that have come, opened an account with their credit, and they just screwed Diamond over. It's
Yeah.
happened. But this is not the first time that Marvel pulls this shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
They did this in the 90s, and they destroyed the industry. They decided to do their own distribution. It wasn't with another distributor, they did their own distribution.
Now, who got it really bad? Because it was the indie presses that got it.
Everybody
really bad.
got it bad. The retailers had to then buy from 3 different distributors.
Yeah.
Because Capital City was around, and they took some people like Kitchen Sink and some other small publishers, and they went exclusive with them too. So you had Image and DC with Diamond.
Yeah.
Then you had smaller companies. I don't remember if Dark Horse or not went with Capital City, but then you had smaller publishers with Capital City, and then you had Marvel distributing themselves.
Yeah.
So as a retailer, you had to buy from 3 distributors.
They had Heroes World.
Yes, and each one with a minimum order. So if you was to buy a Marvel book, you could have just picked the ones you wanted and say, I want X amount of these and these and these.
It's like we do now.
Yeah. No,
Sometimes we get
before
3 Taskmasters because nobody's picking up
No,
Taskmaster.
no,
We want to get.
But imagine if they tell you have to pick up mandatory. If you want to have X-Men, you have to buy
They were doing that.
Fantastic Four. You have to
No,
buy.
they were still doing that when we were
Namor.
when we started. When we started in 2015, and we were doing those first. I remember you have to order a minimum of 10 of these to
Yeah.
qualify to get. Like it was almost like a variant.
Yeah. Well,
And
no,
so
no, no.
if you wanted to get this
had
number 1 or something.
You
like
have to
that.
take X amount of titles.
Yeah.
You couldn't just pick. I want X-Men, Wolverine, this and that. No, you had to go across the board.
Well, there was talk about DC doing that back when they left. It ended up not happening because they even said that they saw plans for packaging. So the packaging was here's 10 Supermans, and inside will be 1 variant for the 10. You have to buy the package of Superman. So when it came to your store, you ripped open the package, you put it on the wall,
Okay.
and that's how you're gonna. And that was there were images of it and the plans and everything.
Oh, they were just snuck
Yeah.
in?
Yeah, they were just in the box and you got it like that. And that went away, it disappeared. Nobody know what happened to it. I think enough people said, that's a bad idea. And they said, okay, we're not doing that. But it was like, at first, I'm part of so many of those comic book groups. Like, there's literally one that says, I own a comic book shop, game store, which just sounds like an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. So it just sounds like you're admitting there's something wrong. And they were talking about that and everything else. But it went away. It didn't seem to happen. Because it doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work.
I got a question from a retailer point of view, since you own a store. When you go to the previews, and you know you go to your certain companies that you do business with, do you make time for the indies to see what you?
First off, I haven't gone through previews in like 3 years.
Really?
I don't go through previews. I can go online. I can look at the website. I can look at everything that's on there. I can see what opens up, and I can look at everything that's on there. Sometimes when you go through, they have special previews for the retailers. I click on it. I can open the book and read it.
Because I know the previews you also give to your customers as well. So
Previews are live.
I never give it to
Previews is
anybody.
over.
I already exercised.
Previews is no longer free. You have to pay for previews.
Yeah,
Nobody was
previews
paying.
is $5.
Oh.
So I used to keep a copy on the counter, and I used to tell people, you know, I used to do, hey man, if you want to look through it, but no one.
Wow.
Now, 90% of the time, what happens, which is aggravating for me, is the week the comic comes out, I get 4 or 5 text messages, 5 or 6 DMs, 7 or 8 emails, and I'll say, hey, give me this book. It's like, why didn't you tell me this 3 weeks before when the final online cutoff was? I was for a while doing my own previews, so I would grab the images, put it on our website. Hey, this is up for pre-order. And I stopped doing the pre-orders
Yeah,
because nobody was doing it.
I remember a comic
I had
store.
maybe like you or Alex Calvo or whoever else like them come in.
I remember comic stores used to order like a handful of previews to actually for
They
the
used to give them out.
not give them. I think
No, they used to be for free.
okay, yeah, they
I
give it to
did
like
that.
their main customers that orders a lot. That way they could know what's coming. You know, was it 2 months
Yeah.
from now?
Yeah.
Sometimes-
Well, they still
sometimes
do
more.
that too. But now we're working on final online cutoff because you don't hear about a book until those like month before somebody does a preview. There's something going on, blah blah blah, and then you hear somebody say, "Well, I want to get this book." Sure, like if it's a McFarlane book or Donny Cates now or
Okay.
something like that, people already are looking on the horizon and saying, "I've got Berserker." That was for 6 months now. I have people like, "If we found a Berserker," you know. But that's one in a while.
Yeah, books also keep getting delayed, and they're never on the schedule that they would. put
Depends on the
their
books.
reviews.
I have to admit, the delays have gotten better. Because when we first initially opened the shop, I didn't know what was coming in the boxes. I did not know at all. Anyway, let's sell some comics. Anyway, Alien #1 just came out. We just read it. Did you read it, Fabian?
Yes, I did.
I thought that was really good.
Yep, I liked it.
Felt like an alien story.
You know, I was looking up a little bit of research on the writer, this guy Johnson, Philip. What's his name?
Johnson.
Philip Kennedy Johnson, and he is also writing DC. He's writing Action Comics, Superman. He wrote this one, Worlds of War. He's a sergeant in the army, and he also
For what claims Alien?
And he's
What cover?
yeah. I got the regular cover. I got the
They're
regular
all good,
cover.
yeah.
I liked it. I like it. You see the first appearance of the Alpha Xenomorph is what they refer to per it.
Yeah,
And
those eyes.
yeah, that's
those-
character behind all the other
Yeah.
creatures, and I like where they're going. I mean, I grew up reading the DC, not the DC, the Dark Horse ones.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a reason why they're doing this. There's got to
Well,
be
now
some
they
money,
own it.
and
They
there's
own
got
it, so now they can
but
do
they
it.
got to place it somewhere in their universe somehow.
You think it has to be in the Marvel universe?
No.
I hope it
No.
ties in.
I
hope
don't
so.
know,
I
but
hope
if
so.
it
Really?
No, come on.
Let me tell you
Yeah,
something. I
it's
enjoyed
easy.
it.
It's kind of
I-
gory. I don't know if it'll fit.
They-
No, it'll be badass.
They've been
bro.
teasing with all the crossover covers.
When Captain America throws his mighty
That'd be fucking badass, bro. Let me tell you something.
super soldier.
The book is really good. It does start off slow, but it's introducing the characters. Just like it's a very, very well written, like a movie script. They did it. They did it like a movie.
The likenesses.
Yeah, no, the robot from the original
Yeah,
movies there.
Bishop.
Yeah.
Bishop is in the book. Some of the other people.
It's directly related to the movies. That's
Exactly, directly
Yeah.
related to movies.
At least the first two movies.
Yes.
They do
Yes.
reference the first two movies.
Yes,
Cool. Yeah.
and
Which are the best.
Yeah.
it is not a typical Marvel book when somebody opens the door and gets shotgun blasted in the face.
I think you were more horrified that the cat got killed.
And the cat got killed too.
Yeah, you were
Killed the
more.
fucking cat too.
Yeah, I know. He was like,
They
the fucking cat.
They killed the fucking cat. Killed everybody there. That's where this book is going to. So this is not a little kid book.
I never thought it would be.
There's not a lot of bad language or anything. It was good. It was well written. It was well worded. It was good.
Yeah, the tone is.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
is-
the guy he wrote the Marvel Zombies Resurrection,
Mhm.
so he's got experience in horror,
Mhm.
you know. So I recommend
Which is
it. I
key.
think it's, you know, if you like the movies, if you like Alien, I think you gotta read
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
Huh?
exactly. I mean, you know, overall,
stars.
that's one of the things. 5 stars. Wow.
Five
stars.
Okay, I'd say
Same.
4 stars. It's not my thing. I've never liked reading.
Oh,
I have a thing about reading science fiction, like in comics. For some reason, I don't like Star Wars in comics. I'm not a big fan, and I found myself kind of like, eh.
How about sci-fi horror though?
I don't. It depends on what it is. Like if it's a James Stokoe Godzilla in Hell,
Did you
that
ever
was
read
amazing.
Did you read Nameless?
No, I never. I think, well, I know of
Nameless
it,
was
but I
free.
never read it. Yeah.
It was free.
But see, sometimes like that is fine. But when it's a property that's already known on the screen, and then it's like
Oh.
my thing with Star Trek. Like I don't want to read a Star Trek. I want to read Babylon 5 in a comic book. I don't want to read.
What if it's in continuity of the universe? And, you know,
Then yeah, I give it a chance.
Yeah.
Like some things, like I read. I always go back to this, the Han Solo Star Wars series because it was about the Kessel Run.
mhm.
So you always heard about the Kessel Run. Here's the story of the Kessel Run. It's like, oh fuck, I gotta read this. You know, did he do it in 12 parsecs? And what the fuck's a parsec?
In the industry, movie industry, they call it canon, right?
Mhm.
If it's canon, so that would be like, yo, let me, like you said, then you'll read the Star Trek books,
Yeah.
you know, and all that. You know, the only problem I used to hate when I look at like Star Trek books when they try to make it look too much like the characters
Mhm.
and the art looks sort of stiff, like they obviously drawn from photographs
Yeah.
and it's like mannequins on. I like,
Yeah. That's what happens when people use Poser.
mm-hmm.
They use like a program, so Poser lets you make a figure and move it into place. And so you've seen comics where you can get the angles and everything. You can put the figures in, they can be clothed and everything.
Mhm.
But then you see like it's just traced right on top. And so everyone's like, You know, and it's just like they have that Sears portrait studio Cara de Nieta, you know, like, and I was like, you know, so it doesn't work. All right, Fuad, I got you on Aliens. We only got 3 people watching.
Only 3?
No, now 2.
Way to go! What did you like sign out? You sign out right now? You're like,
everybody's got to board with us tonight.
Spring break.
It's spring break, man.
Starts tomorrow. The kids are out of school tomorrow.
Oh yes, indeed. Yeah, my girlfriend's off to Texas.
Everybody up there firing up their PlayStation.
Weren't you gonna go?
No, I'm not gonna go. Have you seen it in Texas? Have you seen El Paso right now? It looks like Tatooine. Anyway, Batman #4. I haven't been able to read this. I haven't been able to read crap. I was so busy.
Batman Black and White.
Black and White, #4. Anything on that? There was a
No,
little bit of key issue.
what I did read was.
No, but this is a key issue.
If it's a key issue, hold on, I'll get on that one right now. But Post Americana, Carolina's reunited with her mother. Really, really good. But
I never read 3 and we sold out.
No, I read 3. Post Americana is just fucking badass. And they introduced a new character called Night Terrors. He's on the cover. He's fucking badass. He just kills everything. Batman Black and White. First appearance of Maya Maps Mizowski, I guess, as Robin.
Okay.
I don't know how to say that last name.
No, you said it right.
No, sorry, Mizaguchi. Sorry.
Mizaguchi. He's getting good at names.
Yeah.
Maya Maps Mizaguchi.
So there's another new Robin.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they've been expanding Batman a little bit too much. There's a lot of new Robins and Batmans and everything else. So with Future State, so you need to reel it in a little bit.
Fawad could go for the part of Robin.
What?
I would love to see Fawad as Robin.
No,
Just to see him in the old style tights.
Overweight Pakistani guy.
There is a character that Fawad can play. It's Night Runner.
Night Runner?
The Batman of Paris.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I like about this whole book is that they went back to the film noir like look.
Yeah,
it's all black.
It's all different artists too. So I've been
Exactly.
meaning to get into this because some of my favorite, like Daniel Warren Johnson, does this.
Mhm.
That B
He's
cover
doing,
is the coolest one I've seen from the series.
Yeah, he's doing Better Ray Bill right now, so those are gonna be cool.
I'm gonna have to pick that up. It's only Better Ray Bill.
Forward. Let's see. Let's do Carnage. You guys were reading Carnage. I didn't get I read the first story. I saw what you guys were talking about. That was a little highfalutin for no reason.
Yeah, I mean it's like I said. I don't know if it's each episode, each issue gonna be like an anthology. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is.
There's gonna be 3 stories in each issue.
Yeah, just like
They're doing a lot, like black and white. Now Superman, red and blue.
Got the
Wolverine, red and black, blue. Now they're doing a Harley. Well, the Harley Quinn's already collected. It's red, black, white, like black, blue, and red. It's like everybody's just doing these short story versions.
I think that the last story, I felt I needed a 6-sided dice. So I got turned in my nerd card because I don't have one.
Yeah,
Because it's interactive. I'm like, I don't have a dice. I die. I can't play along with the
You
story.
can download an app on your phone and let you roll dice.
Now what?
But you know what it is? Remember how we talked about doing shorts?
Yeah.
And doing shorts would be easier for artists? I think that's what it is. They can pick up all these artists. Everybody's willing to do an 8-page or 4-pager.
Yeah.
And they got a book.
It's also gonna be easier on schedules. And
Oh, it's a lot easier on schedule because each person could give their best work for that small 8 pages that they're working on for that month.
A 4-pager, you can give a
day.
comparable novel. Nah, not a day. If you're Jack Kirby, but
A
I was
4-pager?
saying 4-pager done, like done a week.
Yeah.
You can do a week.
Yeah.
Between penciling, inking, you're not gonna color it, lettering it. Give you a couple of days to come up with the characters and all that shit.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to like this book.
But
Jesus Christ, I was like pulling teeth. I know we're in the business of selling books, but I can't bullshit people either. If you want to pick it up because it's a #1, yes, it is a key issue. Hopefully it'll get better. But the first storyline, that guy, he wanted to go all Shakespeare on us,
That was
and it was totally unnecessary.
Teeny.
Teeny?
I think Teeny was the first. The first writer.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, Teeny Howard?
Teeny Howard.
Oh yeah, that's Teeny Howard. I
That guy
have my
got-
reservations about Teeny Howard. I have my reservations.
That guy
Some
really.
she's
Not-
good, some doesn't like
That
it.
guy, but
That young lady or whatever.
young lady, that person.
That person. You can just say gender
that
neutral.
human being.
That human being really wanted to go all Shakespearean on us, and
I get what she was going for. I actually get what she was
Yeah.
going for, but it still
it didn't
falls
work.
flat.
It didn't work.
It still falls flat. It's confusing. he kind of threw everything in there. You know what I thought the whole time? And it's not like a spoiler, but Cloak could just like swallow Carnage,
Yeah.
and that's it. We all know Cloak.
Well, apparently.
No one can suffer in there. I mean,
But,
unless he's so insane, then it could be a cool scene. He swallows it, and maybe the darkness doesn't even want to mess with Carnage because he's so fucked
But
up.
the story started off with him complaining about the light, how he can't stand the light. So,
Yeah,
but
and that dagger messed him up.
Yeah, but Cloak swallowing him, he probably would be more powerful in the
Yeah,
dark.
I feel like this happened in a particular set of issues, so maybe it'll be cool to read. If you read those issues and then read this and then go back to the series, it's like, oh, that's what happened between Cloak and Carnage.
Mhm.
That would have been a cool situation. But it just seemed like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was. It was
And I didn't read the rest. It looked like really good art. Their sleep.
The second story looked better. I wanted to skip through it because I was so mad at the first story.
More of
I
Wild
did-
West, the Wild
The
West.
Wild West one, I should have stuck with that one.
That wasn't bad. That
I
was-
tried to do the interactive one, but like you said, I needed a dice. 6-sided dice is not a problem again. Anybody who have a 6-sided dice?
I don't.
You never play Monopoly in your house? Come on.
No, wait, but
No, 6-sided dice is a regular 6-sided dice.
No, wait, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not 6-sided.
No, it is a 6-sided.
You sure?
You need a 6-sided dice.
I thought I need one of the ones like that
No.
play like Magic.
Yeah, you can
Nerd
shoot-
adjustments. That's amazing.
Just need a
Make
regular
a
6-sided
nerd
dice.
audit on you. Western looks actually cool. Shit.
Now, they would have pulled out a percentile dice. I would have said, okay, maybe I'll stick with it.
Wait. So then. Okay, so then you read the first one, go to the second one, go to panel. What?
Yes.
Roll.
Roll 1d6. Yeah, so that's a 6-sider.
Oh, all right.
1d6. Yeah, 1d6.
I
I
got.
never thought it.
I was like, I can't do this because I don't want to do that.
And then
I used to like those old Dungeons and Dragons books that used to make you choose your thing. If you want to
they're
do this,
choose
thing,
your own adventure books.
Yeah, choose your own adventure.
books.
Go to page 7.
You know
or
that
whatever.
somebody did like a Kickstarter for that, and they got all this money, and they never did it. They never made it.
That was
really
that
bad.
was fun. I used to like reading those.
Oh yeah.
They must have, after they got the money, they must have realized how much it really
I
cost. them
think
to
they
do.
didn't have the rights for choose your own adventure.
Oh.
That was the main thing.
And I used
That's
to
the
hate it
thing.
when I would like choose a page and then, oh, you're dead. I was like, oh, damn it!
I would
didn't
cheat.
do that. I didn't
I
do
would
that.
cheat all the time. I would cheat. I'd be like, because then you go, if it goes page 63 and you know you're gonna die at page 63, like, well, I'm not gonna choose that one. You know?
No, but I would choose. I would die. I would go, no! I didn't mean to do that. I cheat.
Yeah.
I cheat on my choose your own.
Yeah, I always good
adventures.
back. I was like, nope.
Yeah,
Choose your own adventure was awesome.
it
So
wasn't.
that was
They
4
should
bucks.
definitely bring that back.
Yeah.
So because
The writing on that is not easy.
Yeah.
So because this book
You have
has
to
a
write
bad
multiple
review,
scenarios.
most likely nobody's gonna buy it.
No, I love Black is Carnage. Carnage
Okay.
is very. My thing with the symbiotes and Venom and Carnage, they're not. They haven't been developed. It's not like Joker. You know,
Mhm.
Joker has 30, 40, 50 years
Mhm.
of story.
Yeah.
So there's that, and it's more iconic, and you can develop it. Carnage is just a guy who kills people, and he's just like a serial killer. You can develop the story a little bit, but how much do you want to? Like, the Joker's a hideous piece of shit person. Like, that's a character, like, when I see kids and I see people, like, emulating and how cool the Joker's, like, really? You shouldn't emulate him. He's a fucking homicidal maniac. He's a
You
piece
talking
of
about
shit.
the cosplayers?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, or anything. You know, there was that one guy in the spring break. Did you see him? That he was, like, he was dressed as the Joker driving around, like, I think a Ferrari.
Really?
And then he was getting on top of the Ferrari, waving a flag and saying COVID is over.
Oh, wow.
And trying to rile up. He was some fucking YouTuber. Come pinga. You know?
Was he a convincing Joker?
People
He was
miss.
like a Leto Joker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See? I said
I hate
Leto
Leto
Joker. I went,
Um,
Yeah.
People miss the point of the movie. The point of the movie is don't be a dick. Of the Joker movie is don't be a dick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The original Joker.
Because everybody in that universe was dicks.
Yeah. Except for
In
the
that
little guy.
universe, it's like it's so far away.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's
Miami,
I
Miami.
can't remember last time I seen kids grabbing the guy's sign
Also,
and running away with it. You know?
Oh, dude, I could see that happening even.
Really?
now, man. Yes. People are fucking.
Also,
maybe not now. Kids are all fucking secure and shit. They'll do it virtually, you know. On GTA, they'll do
Before we go to the
it.
next comic, did you guys hear that Miles Morales is getting his own Clone Saga?
Yeah, that's it. It says it on the book. It's like
Yeah,
an interlude to the Clone Saga. I don't know, tradition, man. You gotta fuck up a good book with a stupid event.
I don't.
You know?
They might do it well this time around.
I remember that maximum clonage when that happened was when I got out of comics in the 90s.
Carnage.
Clonage.
I don't know.
Yeah, the
Because
Clone Saga?
it was Kane, it was Ben, it was a couple.
No
of
one cares.
others.
It's a horrible story. It's out of a soap opera where everybody's a clone, and the whole flip is Peter Parker wasn't Peter Parker. He's been a clone this whole time. Ben Reilly's really Peter Parker. You know, Spoiler.
This we talked about that the last time. You said Mark Bagley did all the art.
Yeah. Well, Bagley, at least as a veteran, he's been there long enough
Mm-hmm.
that when they were like talking about it in Life Story, you know, Chip Zdarsky was writing it, and he's just like, man, so we're in the '90s. What artist are we emulating? Oh shit, it's the artist that's drawing the series. You know, it's like, yeah, I was there. I'm the guy who drew it. So it was kind of kismet. But I thought it sucked. I remember getting off Spider-Man completely. I was like, I stopped reading Spider-Man, and I went to read fucking Daniel Klaus or something like that. Anyway, moving on. Harley Quinn book 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we already did Action Comics. We already did those, right? Oh, Taskmaster number 5, and Ha number 3.
Well, that Harley Quinn is actually Batman White Knight Harley Quinn number 6. Debut of Harley Quinn's noir suit.
Yes.
I'm reading the series, but I haven't gotten to that.
Yeah, I got that. But it's a great series, right?
Yeah, I like
Teo
it.
Scalera, amazing
I do like it,
artwork.
yeah.
That's the guy we were talking about the inks, how his inks are so.
Oh, okay.
I want to get the collected version when the series is done.
Mm-hmm.
I like your pantomime of collected versions. You know. Yeah, that's a great series, and that's a guy that started doing his own thing, and now he has his own corner of the DC universe.
Okay.
It's called the Snyderverse.
Really?
So in this one, like in the first book, the whole thing is Joker becomes sane. He becomes Jack Napier again.
You still wear the white makeup?
No Matt Battle. He's just a regular guy, and he becomes a regular guy and everything else. And 6 months later, he's let out of Arkham Asylum. And like 1 month after that, he's running for mayor for Gotham City.
Really?
The whole time, Batman's frothing at the mouth, going, "It's fucking Joker. He's pulling a con. This is bullshit."
Obviously,
and how that happens.
they don't believe in cancel culture here.
No. So that was the whole idea, is him fucking doing that. So that was the first book. The second book is Azrael taking the city and turning it into his own thing. So there's been like, and it's progressive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so by the time you get to this book, Bruce Wayne is in jail for being Batman. He's in Arkham Asylum. So they know he's Batman. Joker's dead, and Harley's trying to rebuild her life, and she joins the GCPD, the Gotham City Police, as like their like forensic psychiatrist. And she has 2 kids. You know, so that was kind of a cool to see characters progress and have a life and shit.
And a flipperoo one.
And Batman's still secretly like helping her because now she has that Batman like costume. So it's kind of cool to see it. And then and all new villains are coming out because all the villains are gone. All the villains are gone. Penguin's gone. Everybody's gone. So all these new villains are coming out.
Now, Harley Quinn, as a character, I mean, how skilled is she with the hand-to-hand combat?
She's very.
She's
skilled.
supposed to be up there. There was a
Really?
long time ago they wrote in a whole thing that Poison Ivy gave her a serum, and that serum was supposed to shield her from the poisons that she uses in the plants and everything.
Mhm.
But it had an adverse effect of giving her advanced reflexes and strength. That in that first series, that's when Harley used to be kind of thick.
Mm-hmm.
Like Frank Cho used to draw her, she had the big ass thighs and shit like that. And I don't know if they
That's
ever wrote
Cuban
that
Harley.
out.
That's Harley.
She was hot, yeah, it was hot. So she was like
Harley.
Frank Cho was drawing it, so it was kind of cool, and they kind of went with that. They never went into more of it. There's this whole idea that the Joker chemical, since she was in it, advances your skills somehow, does something to you as far as physically.
Oh, wow.
So that she could take her on, because she's up there as far as her physical combat ability.
Plus, she was always just really smart.
It's a smart part she's always had.
Yeah.
But physically, she was always a gymnast, and
Mhm.
you know how it is. It's like somehow you get good enough to be Batman.
I guess.
You know,
Big Mally.
yeah, big mallet.
I always thought you just hit people and run. You
Yeah.
know? That's how it was in the animated series. Just one of the.
But it's been really good.
I think Jude got to read Taskmaster.
Oh, that's Taskmaster? Yeah, I got to read it. Apparently, it's a one shot. There's no
No, it's
second.
issue 5.
It says at the end. It says I thought it's not a one shot.
No, I think it's the end of the series actually.
Okay, so I got to read the end of it then.
Yep.
I actually enjoyed the artwork quite a bit, and
I've only heard good things about this book.
Yeah. From the it gives me like I'm watching. It feels like I'm watching like an actual TV show.
Yeah.
The interaction between Nick Fury and the Taskmaster. They obviously have history together from the conversations been happening. But one thing I did discover, which was shocking to me, that I never knew Black Widow was such a badass to the point where she got Taskmaster like literally running for his life
Yeah.
away from her.
Yeah. But what was that? You said something like she's immortal?
He explained he from while they was having the combat, he explained to us that she's immortal, she can't die, because he witnessed Captain America snapping her neck from some past storyline that they had.
Wait,
And here
hold
she
on.
is.
That was from when he was evil.
Hydra guy?
Yeah.
Yes, that's why he even said that.
Yeah, but most of that got reversed.
Yeah, but he mentioned that I'm running away because I know she can't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she is immortal.
I mean, they're
Maybe
going.
she's, you know what that might be? Maybe she's just constantly recloned.
Why are you going like that? Like that's a big deal. That's bad writing. That's what it is.
It shocked me.
He had done before, so
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah. So she's gonna get maximum clonage too, or what?
Wow, that's a cool one. Wasn't that a movie?
Maximum
No,
clone.
that was that Spider-Man thing.
Well, yeah, there you go, back to the clones, yeah.
Yeah, then that maybe they.
You think about Van Damme, maximum risk.
Yeah, they made a movie like that with Van Damme, that they would clone the people.
Maximum
There's
risk.
also that really bad Stephen King movie, Maximum Overdrive.
Oh yeah, with the truck.
Yeah.
And haha, what do you think?
I haven't read Ha. I didn't get to read it.
I think he
It's
jumped the
a
shark on issue 3. Well, I really did.
Really? Because issue 2 was not well received.
It's a mime. So
Yeah.
that's all I gotta say.
But
Well,
not well received by who?
By most people, it was a little boring. It was a little stacked. No one cared for the character. Each story is its own. Each issue is its own story, but they're linked in some way. Like the theme park in issue 1 is in issue 2. I don't know how it relates to issue 3. I don't know. I don't know if it has that same feeling as Ice Cream Man.
I'm sorry, but I have to do it. A mime is a terrible thing to waste.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
Oh!
up. Don't ever make that joke again. And I hit you in the eye.
I'm lost with the joke. Let me in. What's the inside joke?
Oh man!
Don't ever make that joke again.
Bullseye.
What's the joke? Let me in.
No, it was horrible. A mime is a terrible thing to waste.
I'm waiting for the where's that?
See, you don't want to do the bologna thing. He deserves the bologna.
Baloney, now I want to shoot him. What the fuck?
I want to shoot. There you go. We should do. You know
Baloney,
what?
let's
We
throw
should get
rocks.
pellet guns and just shoot him with a BB gun. That'd be
Jesus
fun.
Christ. Never make that joke again.
But yeah,
I'm getting a spray bottle.
that I wanted it to keep going good.
Yeah.
I did not hate issue number 2. I thought issue number 2 was good.
Ugh, I don't like the art off the front.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's what a lot of
Roger
people have been saying today. The art is not good.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What happened? This book started off nice. You know,
It's not the same artist from
I
the
thought the
first
buildup
issue.
was gonna get a lot better, and then you get a mime in issue 3. I think it's a cop out. I think it's
It's not the
lazy.
same artist from the first issue.
No, it's a different artist each one.
Oh.
First issue was Vanessa Del Rey. She's awesome.
Yeah. But they got lazy on the 3rd issue for sure.
Yeah, this is like the whole thing is mimed. He's not using words.
It's
pretty quick.
a heartwarming
He has
story.
a
I'm not gonna lie.
heartwarming
It is a
story with like
heartwarming
a
story.
robot.
It is nice, but I wanted more. The art let me down.
Yeah.
Maybe the art wouldn't have been as.
Yeah,
bland.
it's the art. It's the art. The storytelling is kind of crappy. Yeah.
It
I can
was
see
too
where-
childish.
yeah.
It was too childish. No, leave it up there.
I wouldn't say no to it. If you're into haha and you want to keep going, I think issue 4 it'll veer off him slamming into the side of a mountain.
I hope it picks up again on issue 4 because like I said, I didn't want to write the book. I want to support the book. I'm all into indie creators and
Yeah.
publishers. But if they jump the shark like that, I gotta let it go.
Yeah.
Gotta let it go.
Yeah. And it just doesn't seem as interesting as like Ice Cream Man.
You don't like this art one?
I don't like it. It's too clean. It's too that
You
kind
know,
of
you know what it reminds me of?
crappy cartoon
Yeah.
thing.
Freakazoid.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, that's
No,
what.
not even that.
That's
But
the
Freakazoid
feeling
had
I'm
more like
Yeah, it's the
action.
That's
The
the closest
paneling
thing that
is
reminds me
boring.
to.
It's all
Yeah.
side hit. There's some parts there that like I guess I understand he's trying to show the action of the mime. So you can
I
see
see. That's why there's very little words here.
Yeah.
There's-
So it's
I'm
supposed to be
getting
mime image. So you're still using the whole body and you're supposed to do it. So I understand what he's going for, but it just falls flat as fuck.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you yawning helps me. So
Sorry.
much. Anyway, moving on. We got Lady Baltimore. Lady Baltimore, Harley Quinn #1. And should we do Shadow Doctor?
I didn't get to read it, but
Yeah,
Harley Quinn
I
number
got to
1
read Shadow
is
Doctor.
a
Crimson Flower.
key issue.
You read Crimson. Good. I want to hear from that.
I read Shadow Doctor.
I already did good.
Shadow Doctor's really good.
All right.
So Harley Quinn number 1, first appearance again of her new suit and a new friend. She has a new friend by the name of Kevin.
Kevin,
First
yeah.
appearance of
He has a
Kevin.
Joker smile tattooed on his neck. He's
Really?
like an ex Joker. It was really good. That guy Riley Rosmo, who does the artwork, is really good. He did Legion. Legion sucked. Yeah, the Future State Legion Blue Dog. It was boring as hell, but the art, I thought the art was really good. I really dug it. So when I saw it here, I'm like, all right, let me see how it is. And the story is really good. And it's kind of they got to get out of that pattern of like, I'm just trying to rebuild my life, Mr. J kind of shit. You know, getting away from the Joker. I'm gonna make my way and. It's already. Make your way already. Fucking J.
Lady Baltimore is kind of like Indiana Jones meets Castlevania.
Oh, you read that one, right?
I did because I remember the Lord Baltimore stories,
Mm-hmm.
and which take place in the 1918s. It's this guy who's trying to hunt down his vampire nemesis. So I picked it up because I'm like, okay, I'm familiar with this character, and the world that they inhabit. It's called the Outerverse. It's a Mike Mignola Outerverse, but I don't know. I just it was a lot to unpack in that book.
Yeah.
There's a lot in there.
Not very well executed.
Yeah,
it also feels kind of short. It was a really quick read.
She's married to him, but it was more of a marriage of convenience.
Yeah.
So he can leave her his estate, and she's hunting witches, and then there's something going on with the good witch between them two, and I think it's a lot to unpack.
Who did the art? That's what I want to know.
The art was mediocre.
Bridget Connell is her name.
Bridget Connell.
And there's about three panels in there that they're like
she's
cross-eyed.
got
Yeah, it's not bad, the artwork,
No,
but I
you
feel
know
like
what?
I think the coloring is what did made a disservice to it.
There's one where they're cross-eyed.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean.
Did she do pencils and inks?
because it's Christopher Golden, and I think he did it. So art by Bridget Connell, just cards. Color by Michelle Madsen, letters by Clem Robbins.
Yeah, it fell flat totally. The
Yeah.
artwork was weak as hell. It looks like they didn't try. It looks like they just.
I kind of hate when they do that because sometimes.
The eye is like, one eye's
Yeah,
one eye's
yeah.
like here, the other one's there.
Yeah.
And it's-
Yeah.
Well, that's how you fight witches, bro. You know,
Yeah,
you gotta look at this.
you
You
gotta
gotta
be
look at it like,
confident.
hey, I'm a witch hunter. I got you now, you know. And when they're laughing at you, they can't fucking cast a spell.
Because you don't look it straight in the eye. I like that.
You know what? I gotta tell you, the Harley Quinn book is because I follow this artist on Instagram, Sean Murray, and you know he does
Sean
a lot
Murphy.
of Murphy. He does a lot of gray tones.
Yeah, but that's Mateo Scalera.
Okay. Well, the inside he does a lot of gray tones, and then they later on color over the gray tones.
Yeah.
And I think his work looks so much nicer when it's in black and white.
Oh yeah.
And
I mean, hey, look, you're preaching to the choir.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a black and white guy through and through.
For sure.
because I remember this one scene with the Batmobile here. I got to see it in black and white. Beautiful.
Yeah, he has it on his Instagram.
Beautiful.
That Scalera is a beast, man, and he's just
It's amazing.
everything about it. And what I love is how even his gray, like his inks are. Like my inks are, like you see the streaks and shit.
Oh yeah, he got a nice blend. Now the Harley Quinn character, she's no longer jokey.
No, she's more serious now. She's a mom. She does her jokes. She does her quips. She fucks with everybody, and it's hilarious because it's more subdued. But she's not like, "Hi, Mr. J," fucking bullshit. You know, like I said, like getting away from the "I'm crazy, so I'm trying to make it in this world." It's like, all right, we get it. You're also an intelligent human being. Stop being a fucking.
How long she gonna stay this character? You think?
Well, this is the Murphyverse, so that's a whole other thing. So it could be from now on. Really, I want to see how it goes because it's been surprising. Like people have died in it, and they're dead. Like they know, like, oh, we're gonna bring them out. Or secretly, they got into the certain. No, they're fucking dead.
Wow.
So that's like it works. You know,
I like this.
It's like an
Harley
HBO
Quinn.
show. It's like there's no bullshit here.
I like it because it looks something that you can really see in real life.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
look, she's on top of a gargoyle, just like
like
Batman,
always.
just like you.
And
always
it's
do.
raining.
And it's raining. We were talking about it the other day. I'm like, who the fuck lives in Gotham City?
Yeah.
Who would live there?
Yeah,
Hey, Mom, I got a job. Where? As a bank teller. It's like, I need your deal. There's no Cubans in Gotham City. There's nobody from the Caribbean in Gotham. Like,
We know better. We know
I know why.
So
I know why.
And I don't even think they sell umbrellas there either. I've
No,
never
but-
seen the person.
I know, they
under
just
the
take
umbrella.
it.
Yeah.
It's
They
like,
just let it sit there.
raining. It's fucking raining.
I'm angry.
It's just like,
It's like Crimson Flower. I think Fabian reviewed Crimson Flower.
Crimson Flower, yeah, I picked up number 1 and number 2.
I've read number 1 and number 2.
I
That was
enjoyed
3.
it.
And number 3, you gotta read the first 2 to follow. You know, she's taking a lot of pills. I don't know what's real,
I like
what's
that.
not.
I like it.
The art is this crazy. I mean, there's a Russian element to it.
Yeah.
Because she's
Isn't it supposed to be like
there's some
like Eastern European?
Yeah, right. But what I read online is that she hunted down some guys at a Russian dive bar, but the characters don't seem all that Russian. The art is really crazy, twisty. I
And
like
it
the
changes
book.
too, because it's like
Yeah.
turns into a fantasy.
Yeah.
And so you say, how much is her? How much is the drug
And
she's
she's taking pills and she's calling saying.
Because the whole thing is that she saw her father get killed in front of her, and saw like the man and why and who sent the killer. So now that she's a grown up, she's like working for some pharmaceutical company, and
she's taking calls. while
taking
she's
calls,
out.
and making calls, making
she's-
sales, taking pills in the car,
Hunting
while
people,
hunting her
people,
killers, while
yeah.
still selling pharmaceuticals on her. And you start thinking, okay, what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes the fantasy helps her. Because then she'll start remembering some kind of myth, and it's like, oh, how do you hunt this? You have to do this and this in the story. So that's what I liked. And it's like times like fuck like art shit. Like it gets in abstract. There's times like the paneling, the perspective's wrong.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden the boards are right next to her and she's walking like this.
Oh, okay.
You know, like it doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's kind of surrealistic.
I enjoy the art. I understand that it's a little wacky for some people that are more into more mainstream art. This is a totally indie field book. I enjoy the artwork. It works with the storyline, and I think the art has soul. When you're like the last issue of Haha, I feel it has no soul. So this
Yeah.
is.
I want to see. I want to see this
crazy.
book.
Haha,
Yeah.
Haha looked like a bad Boom Studios book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad, like, you know, like happy little elves. And
Yeah.
here's issue one. It's like, who's gonna buy this shit? Like,
Yeah, it was disappointing. If the art would have been a little bit more cringier, I think I would have enjoyed Haha more.
Yeah.
If they would have just gone a little bit darker with the art, because the story ends up being kind of dark in Haha. So that's what they needed.
Anyway.
But yeah, Crimson Flower, really good. I still enjoy it.
Yeah, I gotta read that.
I want to keep reading it. So there you go.
Sweet.
But still, pick of the week: Aliens.
Aliens?
Well, for sure.
I think it's very, very, very close.
Uh,
Actually, my pick of the week would have been Michelangelo, Tales of Michelangelo,
But it's
Sold out.
but it sold out.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. 'Cause it had the micro series from Mirage Studios. It had the old stuff from IDW, and this stuff. So, and I was wrong. They never put the image stuff. Supposedly the image stuff stays in image because the contract they had and all that stuff. So you want to read any of the image in Ninja Turtles, you have to pick up the image. Yeah, stuff. There's no reprints either. So I feel like those are going to go up in price.
Tell me something, Warren. Like when you have a situation where something's sold out, when you order your books, do you yourself become like a speculator also? To say, let me order 10 more of this. Even though
I am
don't
very
need to."
low on the orders. I am very low. John will contest to it because they'll be like, why do I have to pick up more? Why do I have to?
But
I pick up like for the subscribers. That's the bare minimum. I always get the subscribers. And then depending on the book and what it is, then I speculate. Sometimes Carnage, I got a crap ton of
Yeah, we
Carnage.
speculated on that.
Aliens, I got a crap ton of Aliens. Berserker, got a crap ton of Berserker. Ronin, got a crap ton
so
of
you
Ronin.
do speculate.
So I'll
and
still
you order
speculate
more.
because I know there's something there and I can support it.
Ronin sold out really good.
Sold out, big time,
Yeah.
and it was really good.
Mhm.
But we knew that there was a lot of oomph behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of oomph behind it, so that's
But
different.
Ronin is really,
But
really
like,
good.
see, I work for Aftershock, so I'm a rep for Aftershock. So Shadow Doctor, I got to read the first book a month before it came out. They have the PDFs on there, and I get to read it because I get to hand it out to retailers and like talk to them. So I push for certain books because I go, this book is fucking good. I
So
read it.
therefore, you ordered quite a
I
bit.
ordered 5. I ordered 5.
Five.
Even on an indie, I ordered 5. Because again, I'm going to be very careful. Look, I got in trouble before at the old shop for over ordering. And I tried to compete, and I tried to like, I want every variant. I wanted 1 in 10. I had 100 Han Solos in the shop with a fucking 1 in 100. And then I sat there going, what the fuck did I just do? And luckily, I sold those and made the money back and everything else. But you can't do that on them. That's how these shops get in trouble. When you want to try to pick up every single thing, you can't do that. You can't. When I look at the FOCs, when I look at the orders, I go, what works and what doesn't work in my shop? For a long time, look, me and John always loved Usagi Yojimbo. We always loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We didn't have it in the shop because nobody picked it up but us.
Now everybody wants it.
Now everybody wants it.
Because Turtles is fucking badass.
But
And so is Yoshaki Yojimbo.
Yeah, Usagi Yojimbo's bumping up too. He got a Netflix show. So Usagi Yojimbo's coming out to the screen too.
I didn't know that.
So that. All right, Shadow Doctor number 2,
That
screen
did
number 1, and then. What was that? Oh, I gotta pull this for somebody. Shit, I forgot. And why not? I mean, did anybody else read anything else? Would you read anything else you read?
No, that's it for me.
That's it. All right, and then we can speculate on Spider-Man because it doesn't say it on this one. Does it say on the other one? Yes, it says 1 month until Clone Saga on the other one. So we can get all of the Clone Saga. I gotta pull this for somebody. But yeah, so you want to be responsible with your orders, because that's how comic book shops get in trouble.
I see.
Yeah, believe me, I want to have all of them. You know, I want to have all this stuff. Look, Heavy Metal Magazine.
Mhm.
I used to order it and put it in there because I think it's fucking great.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people don't care for it. Anthologies are box office poison, man. So luckily, now that Marvel and DC are doing these, hopefully Dark Horse will go back to doing Dark Horse Presents.
They just
Dark Horse Present was great.
They're just
It's
doing
awesome.
They're
It's
just
awesome.
doing what independents used to do. That's all they're
And
doing.
Marvel Comics Present
Black
was
and
a
white
great book,
comics.
too.
Batman.
Well, back in it, but Marvel Comics Present was around for a while, but the sales didn't follow through. Now people pick it up because there's that first appearance of Wolverine's other daughter and blah 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 and all this other shit. But they did some shit, but that it was your chance to experiment, try a new artist out, bring people on board. Rick Leonardi did an amazing Colossus story in there.
Mhm.
What's this guy's name? The guy who used to draw Daredevil. He did the Black Panther story where Black Panther's in South Africa.
Mhm.
It's like, man, that's a fucked up story, you know? Like, there's some really hardcore shit in there. They got to experiment. And they don't do that now. Because anthologies are box office poison. People don't buy it. They just don't.
Yeah,
I like
they usually
but
say-
then they got this Carnage crap coming out and this other
Yeah,
stuff.
they usually
You
say
know?
the new talents for annuals.
Yeah.
Annuals, that's when they put the new talents.
Annuals are a big, there's one shots that come out, but
Mhm.
annuals, it's like a lot of things. Like the big summer events. Like right now we're at the end of King in Black. Whenever that happens,
Mhm.
I think they're ramping it up more because they pushed it 2 weeks from now. So it's, we're all waiting for it for issue 5 and what that's gonna entail. So. Anyway, I will say, so this was awesome. Shadow Doctor, this is a great book.
Issue
Have to
2
shop-
was great. It was missing a couple of things that I was hoping they would continue from the first one. Like the first one has the pictures and the stuff from the granddad or the dad, which the book is about.
Mhm.
Instead, it has another separate preview of another comic that might be coming out. I don't know.
Mhm.
It also doesn't start right away from where the other one left off with Al Capone.
Mhm.
It said it's another flashback story, but it's a really good flashback story. Overall, I enjoy things
Yeah.
in Prohibition era. It's a really good book.
Yeah. That's an excellent.
I'm hoping it does get adapted. I can see this being a stage play.
Yeah, for sure. No,
Or a show.
It's a TV show, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Something on Netflix or something.
It's really great.
Yeah, I know that there's stock already. They said they want to do a second printing number 1.
Yeah, yeah. The story's strong enough.
Back to Joe Proed. and all
The
this.
story's strong enough. It's got legs. I think it's gonna go somewhere.
There's a lot of stuff that's still
It's
very relatable.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm
Alright.
excited for issue 3.
I read King in Black Scream. I don't know if it's a number 1 or just a one shot. I think it might be a one shot. I'm not sure. But I read it. I don't know shit about Scream. I read it. I was like, alright, what's Scream about? Cool thing about Marvel books, which everybody should freaking do,
Okay.
is when you open it up, where the hell is it? You got a little thing beforehand,
Okay.
and you can catch up and say, all right, who the hell am I talking? I'm reading about.
All right.
Like,
On
what's
the
her
last
power?
episode.
And I didn't know that she had like a thing with hell or something. She has a hell mark on her.
Mhm.
So she's like Ghost Rider meets Venom. Like, holy
Okay.
crap, this character could be really cool.
And this is a good guy?
Well,
No.
explain good.
Anti-hero?
Good in one way. It's one of those anti-hero.
Like
types.
Lobo?
Yeah, she fucks up Null. She fucks up Null in the book. Null is affected by magic, and she still has a hell mark on her.
Mhm.
And yet once her symbiote couldn't fight anymore, she uses the hell mark and leans on it.
Mm.
So there's a cool thing to it, and I go, this would be a cool book, and it made me interested in the character. I thought that she was like one dimensional. It's when I look back at those symbiote war things and all the things with the symbiotes, and they were all there's a purple one and a yellow one, and it's like, like I just
Scream, Mania.
no one
There's
is asking for this
a bunch
list.
of different
Nobody
ones.
at all.
In my opinion, the
Toxin.
lamest.
You forgot
of-
Toxin. Okay,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I know these names.
The green one.
You
work at a comic book store.
I hate all that crap. It's just horrible. It's just fucking
I used to have
garbage.
the figures of all. In my opinion,
It's like
Carnage
Green
is
Lantern
all-
with the different colored rings.
Oh,
It's
I
like-
had the rings. I got them.
I know all the rings.
Yeah, I have all the
Yeah.
colors. Yeah.
In my opinion, Carnage is the lamest of all of the symbiotes.
Well, it's all one dimensional. The whole thing is to say, all right, what if you have Venom without a Carnage? Venom was supposed to be originally like a Deadpool character. He was supposed to be a lame. He was supposed to be like a ha-ha funny character. McFarlane wanted him to be a goofball that tortures fucking Spider-Man.
Mhm.
And Larson's the one who came in and said, hey, let's put weird teeth and a big lashy tongue on
Make
it.
him
And make him
terrifying.
like into the thing. And then they wrote it into that.
Yeah.
But originally he's like, like, he's just
Now, actually, when I read Carnage was more like the jokey character. You know.
Yes, the Shadow Doctor is in your pool, Marlon. So yeah, so that's.
Yeah, oh,
just
that's my pick of the week for sure. Shadow Doctor.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Scream is pretty good. And then what the hell did I put here? Oh yeah, there's Miles Morales 24. 1 month until Clone Saga. So let's see how that goes. Miles Morales is hot. Everybody loves him. Everybody comes in looking for him.
Dominican Spider-Man. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
How can you not like Dominican Spider-Man?
You know, it's funny that they don't say Dominican Spider-Man. They just always say Latin or Latino.
I hate that. I hate the whole
Latinx.
Latinx thing.
Not matter.
Or
His
people
mom
of
was
color.
But is that something that we need to correct white people and say, hey, listen, don't call him just Latin, call him Dominican.
Yeah.
Just call him Spider-Man. Period.
Just call him Spider-Man?
Yeah.
No, it's
we gotta
important
get
to
our props,
identify
bro.
them
You're
and
Haitian.
say,
You should
look
be
at
like,
that.
okay,
Caribbean
well, too.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Hispanic.
Is there any Haitians to Marvel superheroes? Who's not a voodoo doctor?
I was about to say.
Because that's what's going to happen.
With a white streak in his hair.
Yeah. His brother Voodoo? His brother Voodoo? No, right? He's like from New Orleans or something.
I don't know, but he definitely ain't representing. I don't know. You don't see nobody in cosplay.
You know that Spider-Man went to Cuba in a comic. Yeah, he went to Cuba.
Well, how did he swing around?
Yeah, from 90 miles. 90 miles. And he made a bat. Barca, and Spider Barca, and he went over there and they fucked up. They put the Puerto Rican flag instead of the Cuban flag.
Oh, really?
And they got it there. They had to try to go do El Morro and all this other stuff, the castle that's over there and all this other stuff. And then he fights alongside. They're the superheroes of Cuba, and they were called the Centurions.
Mm-hmm.
But they're based on the Santeria guys. Like
That's like the voodoo people.
And I was like, whoa, hey, I almost wanted to throw the book on the floor and walk away and go get a lichada because I was hitting myself with a chicken. Because, you know how it is for Caribbean people. We don't fucking touch that shit. And I was like, I felt like giving Axel Alonso shit when he used to come to our booth. I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you, bro?
When you see the voodoo in the middle of the street,
Let me tell
you
you
drive
something.
around and you
You
don't run it
drive
over.
around
And
and
I see that shit every day.
Voodoo, man, there's something to it. Somebody come and blow
Don't fuck
dust
with
in
that,
your
bro.
face.
Dude, I was in a crowded Hialeah Excel with the most metalhead fucking dudes listening to like Slayer and Cannibal Corpse. And my friend ran over one of those bags.
Oh,
and,
no.
and
yeah.
everybody gets out in the car. We were just doing
You start crying.
satanic
Oh,
shit.
dude.
And we're like, dude, coño, you know.
When I see
Now we gotta piss on our heads.
Yes, somebody said that. Like, now we gotta piss on our heads. Like, dude, what were we just listening to? Like,
You know,
Norwegian
the funny
death
thing
metal?
about
If you touch it,
The funny-
if you touch it, you're supposed to pee on your
The funny
hands.
thing about it, you never see who does that. It just appears
They
there.
know.
You know,
They know. There's always that one guy walking around at 1 in the morning. You gotta stop him and say, hey, buddy.
What's in the bag?
He's like, go that
What's in
way.
the bag?
In Medley, years ago, when I was still in high school, there was a big issue with crocodiles because people would leave animal offerings, like live animal offerings, by the railroads. And they would then sometimes kill some of the animals, and the smell of the blood would attract crocodiles.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a friend of mine was working for animal control. I was like, dude, I need your help to catch a fucking big ass croc that was in Medley. So yeah, I see that stuff all over the place here. Anytime there's like
Oh, Millie Paris Crespo says, just call him Spider-Man. Agree.
yeah.
What happened?
That's somebody
Just call him
agree.
Who's that?
I don't know who that is. There's a lot of Paris Crespos. They're all
Oh,
over
they
the
agree with it.
place.
Just
Yeah,
call
they
Spider-Man.
agree with what you were saying. Just call him Spider-Man.
Is she a new person to the channel? Then?
Yes, it's a new channel.
Oh, I hear music. What's that?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that mean?
Oh,
I don't know. We're getting queued out here.
yeah. That's a sign.
It's a sign.
This is the first
Yeah,
time
no,
this
it's true.
ever
Yeah, we
happened.
go over an hour, they will cut us off.
Oh, really?
Start again, yeah, they do that. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll have the new comics next Tuesday. Remember, always new comics.
Sunday, the graphic novel sale.
Sunday, we're doing the graphic novel sale, so we're
It's
gonna
a
be
great
able to-
graphic novel blowout.
We got more graphic novels to sell to you. They're going to be at $5. Great way to build your library and get everything else. So join us 9 p.m. on Sunday. I want to thank Vivian. I want to thank Jude.
Will,
I want to thank everybody.
What's in the box? Come back next week.
What's in the box?
We'll be
be
on
on
Sunday.
Tuesday. Sunday?
Yeah.
Sunday, what's in the box?
Yeah.
So tune in, guys. Thank you for everything. We'll see you guys later. This is where I want to do the Johnny Carson thing. You know, when they time it.
Blake.
They're always talking like they're off the mic. Like, what are you doing? Like, oh yeah, I got good cocaine.